good afternoon, and welcome to the garden. It's May the 3rd, known in the region and in many other parts of the world as Labor Day, the day when workers are recognized and the rights of workers having fought to gain recognition. But of course, in Whispers from the Garden of the Heart, we celebrate 9 whole months of being in your space, 9 whole months of offering you so much encouragement, motivation, food for thought, and today is no exception. And just as a first time mom is very excited of having given birth to her new joyous bundle, I'm pretty excited to be in the garden with you. So I've got two signatory posts that I wish to read to you today. So I just hope you've got your drink, a lounge back in your seat, and your ears are open to hear about as I lay down and you don't see me. So the very first post, as I lay down, has been inspired by the feelings of a deceased person as he or she lays there in the coffin while the mourners and friends and family members are walking past, are looking on, are standing by with their different reactions, the different feelings, the different words. And I thought it rather interesting as I got a chance to view so many funerals and persons react differently. And I'm thinking, what if the individual in the coffin were aware of what we were doing or saying? What would it be like? Would we have done what we did? Would we have said what we said if we knew that the person were able to hear? Because very often persons only wait until it's time for death to say what they need to say. So this very post, as I lay down, is something for you to listen to. So just have a listen. As I lay down, when my beautiful bright brown eyes no longer light up, sparkle and shine, when the blushes and flushes linger on my round cheeks, and my full lips are cold and bare, what do you think of me as I lay down? When my loud, quiet, annoyed, concerned voice no longer echoes along the corridors and halls of your ears, when no soothing or scolding fall from my sealed lips, and my live breaths have taken flight, what do you do to me as I lay down? When my warm, vibrant body is now a stone cold cadaver, no pulsating throbs and curves and swings rush from her, when no juices flow and no grey matter clicks, when all still and sullen with me, what do you say to me as I lay down? Do you believe the time was right for me to have met my plight? Do you wish I was still around? Do you even share our bond? What do you think of me as I lay down? Do you press your lips to my eyes? Do you caress my cheeks and mourn for my now irrelevant lips? Do you? What do you do to me as I lay down? Do you scream out unashamed, or you simply whisper my name? Do you poke and prod my frame and demand that I stop playing those games? What do you say to me as I lay down? I've reposed in a blissful peace. I've taken wings to a quiet space. I'm tranquil and at perfect rest, out of this world and its horrid mess. And I'm perfectly in pace as I lay down. The second signatory post has been inspired from my observations of my male students over the years. Very often they are either very astute students, or they just toe the line, or on occasions they are quite rebellious and obnoxious and simply detest authority. And very often that plays out in society as we look around and we see so many variations of men and how they react. And we don't, in many instances, know what's happening beneath the surface. We often tend to be able to see a bruise or a cut, but we never see what's inside. And so the mind often hides so many secrets that our men hold, and their behavior may seem perfectly right or even out of character. But what's up with their mind? What's going on with their emotions? Those of us in authority should do well to take aside and pull aside our young men when we notice things that aren't going right, or even if they may seem right from time to time, make time to speak to our young men. They often hold so many things inside and very often aren't as well as we think they are. So you don't see me. I'm hidden in plain view. You see someone immense in stature, astute, professional, productive, and certainly articulate. That may be very true, but I'm bent low from the weight I've had for so long. There is a sagging and a limpness deflating the inside, and you have no clue. You don't see me. I'm hidden in plain view. You see a person who is handsome, well sculptured, well attired, health conscious, and very cordial. That may be very true, but I am neck deep in a mire that has crippled my movements. There's a crippling and binding, a chaining me under, and you simply are very much unaware. You don't see me. I'm hidden in plain view. You see the person, the individual who is rebellious, unresponsive, insolent, and seemingly very uncaring. That may be true, but I am crouched low, curled up in fetal form, unafraid, uncertain of how to tell you that I have a pressing and an overwhelming closing me in my entire being, in which you just don't know. You don't see me. I'm hidden in plain view. Please, those of us who are in positions of authority, who interact with male students, and even those of us who interact with males, let's see if we can tap into anything that may be going wrong with them, and if we aren't able to personally give assistance, find a way to redirect them where they need help. We don't say in any way that we are going to bypass or pretend that when they do things wrong, it's okay. We're simply saying we need to look maybe on the surface many times. And it isn't to say that we don't think our women need to be looked at as well. By no means we aren't saying that. But there's something about silent men that just isn't right. Let us do what we must and what we can in any small way. Have a beautiful public Labor Day, and certainly thank you for getting to us in the garden on our 9th anniversary. Join me in the garden at all times. You will be bound to find something that is going to help you and give you some food for thought.